Rain lashed against the wrought iron gate like the world itself was mourning. The child stood motionless on the marble porch, drenched, shivering, her little arms hugging herself for warmth. Her suitcase, an old, tattered thing with a broken zipper, sat beside her, soaked through. Every time thunder cracked overhead, she flinched. But she didn't cry. Not anymore. Her name was Lily. 7 years old. With hair the color of chestnut leaves in autumn, tangled from the storm, and eyes too old for her face. She had learned that crying didn't bring people back. Not her fake foster mother, who had just slammed the door in her face, not the social worker who promised her a loving home, and certainly not the family she never knew existed. Inside the house, voices could still be heard, angry, impatient voices. "She's not our responsibility anymore. She's not really mine, I only married her dad. She's too much trouble, always asking questions, acting like she's better than us." And then, slam. The porch light went off. Now there was only darkness. And rain. Lily sat on the cold step, clutching the one thing that made her feel safe, a faded photo of a woman and man holding a newborn. It was the only item she'd ever hidden from every foster home she had lived in. The baby was her. And the people? She had no idea. But something deep inside told her, they were hers. That photo would save her life. The story of how Lily ended up at that mansion began years earlier, when she was just an infant abandoned at the entrance of St. Augustine's Hospital with nothing but that photo and a note that read, "Please keep her safe. She's not safe with us. We'll return one day." But no one ever did. She bounced from home to home, some kind, some cruel. But her most recent placement, Angela, was different. Cold, resentful, and fake to the outside world. Angela wore kindness like makeup. At church, she called Lily her sweet little angel. But at home, she saw her as a burden, a symbol of her failing marriage, a reminder that love couldn't be faked. The final blow came when Lily quietly asked at dinner, "Miss Angela, why don't you hug me like the moms on TV?" Angela's face darkened like a storm cloud. An hour later, Lily found herself on the porch in the middle of a downpour, suitcase thrown beside her. But what Angela didn't know, what no one knew, was that the photo Lily carried had been quietly scanned and uploaded by her school's kind janitor, Mr. Thompson. A retired tech worker and part-time cleaner, he'd taken a liking to Lily. "Every child deserves to know where they come from," he said, handing her a USB stick weeks ago. "I ran some reverse image searches for you, sweetheart. Maybe this'll help one day." Lily had clutched the drive like treasure. And tonight, it would change everything. 50 miles away, a woman jolted awake in her penthouse. "Daniel," she gasped, sitting upright in bed. "I had the dream again. The one with the rain. The baby on the steps." Her husband stirred. "That dream again?" She nodded. "I think, she's trying to reach us." They had searched for years. Hired every detective. Gone to every court hearing in vain. Their daughter had been taken by someone they trusted. A betrayal that left scars deeper than money could heal. But that dream, always rain, always steps, always a child, it haunted her for 7 years. Daniel got up and walked to his study. He opened a leather drawer, pulling out a package received just days ago. Anonymous sender. No return address. Inside, a USB drive. He had dismissed it as another scam. But now, he plugged it in. One photo. One line of text. "Is this your daughter?" Daniel stared at the screen. Tears filled his eyes. "It's her," he whispered. 2 hours later, their Rolls-Royce tore through the storm. A team of private investigators had traced the IP address from the USB's metadata, leading to a school. Then a name. Then an address. It all happened fast, because when billionaires moved, the world moved too. Angela opened the door at midnight to flashing headlights and two strangers in designer coats. A man and woman, dripping with urgency and power. "Where is she?" the woman demanded. Her voice was not loud, but it carried thunder. Angela scoffed. "Who are you people showing up in the middle of the—" Daniel pushed past her. Then he saw the small, soaked figure sitting at the gate. Barely visible in the rain. The same child from the photo. Still holding it. He ran. Lily blinked through the rain. The man was tall. The woman, beautiful like someone from the movies, knelt beside her. "Lily," the woman whispered, brushing soaked strands from her face. "My baby." Lily didn't speak. Didn't breathe. Could this be real? "Let me see the photo," the man said gently. She handed it to him. He turned it over. On the back, faded now, but still visible. "To our Lily, our everything. We'll come for you. Love, Mom and Dad." Angela stood speechless on the porch. Watching them. A strange sensation clawed at her throat. Shame. You can't just take her," she yelled. "I'm her guardian." But she wasn't anymore. Two men stepped forward, lawyers with documentation. Signed by the state. Effective immediately. The woman turned to her. "You didn't even notice the missing photo? The USB stick? You had a miracle in your home and didn't see it." Angela shrank into the doorframe, the rain unable to wash her guilt away. Lily was carried to the Rolls-Royce. Wrapped in a blanket warmer than any embrace she'd ever known. She didn't speak. Just rested her head on the woman's chest, listening to the heartbeat she somehow remembered. The mansion gates opened at dawn. Not to paparazzi. Not to guests. But to the returning soul of a little girl who had finally found her way home. Maids wept. Staff clapped softly. The chef prepared a breakfast she couldn't name but would always remember. Her room, untouched for years, was filled with dolls and books and a ceiling painted with stars. She was home. Weeks passed. Lily didn't need time to adjust. It was like her soul recognized the air. She laughed now, unapologetically. She ran through halls barefoot. She called them Mom and Dad without hesitation. But one rainy morning, she stood at the gates again, holding a wrapped parcel. Daniel and his wife watched from the window. "She wants to return it," her mother whispered. Angela opened her mailbox to find a small box. Inside was the photo. Restored. Framed. And a note in a child's handwriting. "Thank you for keeping me alive. But I've gone home now. I hope one day you find your own. Lily." Angela sat on her porch for hours, staring at it. The rain fell again. But this time, it was quiet. Cleansing. Lily never forgot the rain. It became her cause. At age 16, she founded Raindrop Homes, a charity for children aging out of foster care. By 25, she was a national advocate for reform. Her story went viral, not because of her wealth, but because of her words. "They left me in the rain. But the rain also brought me home." Sometimes, the storm isn't punishment. It's direction. Today, her photo hangs in schools across America. Not the old one, but a new one, of her standing between two open mansion doors, arms wide, heart full. Because the rain didn't break her. It revealed her.